Hey there, part-timers. Once again, this is Anton from Anton Will Bay. Thank you guys for stopping by the collection room. Today we're taking a look at an action figure. It's been a while since we've gotten an action figure, and this is one I just couldn't pass on. It's one, if you've ever seen some of my videos like way back in the day, like years and years ago, I complained of why we don't have a Marvel Legends version of Marrow yet. She was a pretty prominent character in X-Men for a while, and they just never got around to making her. Now, this is, well, it's a later rendition of her, I guess, because she is attractive, which, when I was reading comics and Marrow was in them, Marrow was not attractive, and that was kind of the whole point of the character, which I thought was interesting, was that, you know, she was this little ugly Morlock girl. And, of course, Marvel has to give all their characters this blow-up to, I guess, I get it, but sometimes when the appearance is part of the character, goodness, that's tough tape, it's really hard. Screw that piece. But yeah, it's kind of awkward when they do that kind of a change in the design so much for a character. I'm still glad, like, they've got the original colored outfit, uniform style, everything looks very similar to what I originally remember, but it's just, her face is just so perfected. They could have done a little bit different on this figure. I was complaining, you know, sometimes I'll complain if they don't make a character voluptuous enough. Like, Marvel Legends makes rogue characters, rogue figures, and they don't add the curves that Rogue has. They downplay all that stuff. Well, let me get that out of here. That's annoying, but it's also annoying when you take a character that should be kind of gaunt and ugly, and you kind of take away that part of their character. So I guess I can't win either way. They'll either make it too sexy or not sexy enough. And bottom line is, they have a hard time being faithful to the character sometimes in those regards. Now, this is a, what did they say, a Holocaust arm? Who was this? Marvel's Nemesis. I see the Build-A-Figure on the back. That's not Nemesis to me. That just looks like the android guy. Not a Build-A-Figure I'm going to be completing. If it was a cool original AOA Holocaust, I would be interested. But it doesn't look like it's going to be that at any point, so I don't care. They gave her bone knives, which are perfect accessories. They got the bones coming out of her back, which also looked really nice. Yeah, really all they could have done is maybe blotch the paint a little bit on the skin and maybe given us a face that was not quite so beautiful. That said, it looks like a good figure. Obviously, I bought it. I'm not like gonna complain about it that much that I wouldn't have bought it, because these Marvel Legends, I will give it to them. They are better built than they were. These feel good. They feel like a well-made figure. They are expensive, though, and that's why I don't collect them in general anymore. But when we do have throwback characters like this from my era of comics, it's a given that I have to have it, especially when it's one I complained that they never made. So I'm absolutely going to get that. I kind of want to throw her knives in her hands, because I think those will look really good. They seem to. I like that. We get a couple extra hands. You get an open hand and a punching hand. I'm not going to struggle with this too long because you guys get the idea. The hands don't really want to hold the things, do they? There you go. Anyway, that's them in there. I'm going to pop them out because they are just going to fall to the floor if I don't. So she's got what's going to be pretty much basic articulation for Marvel Legends these days. She's got the hinge joint and the ball joint at the head. And you can see it does what Anthony's Customs calls the lollipop effect, where it sits up on a thing, which really only bothers me if you're looking at the figure from underneath. And it gives you a nice range of motion. And she does have her very short hair, which is looking pretty good. The hair, I think, from what I remember, looks quite accurate, pretty much. It could be a little more disheveled. It's really just the face that could be a little bit less beautiful. So you got ball joints at the shoulder, upper bicep cuts, double jointed elbows, which they have on all Marvel Legends gals now, it seems. Wrist cuffs here that hide the articulation quite well, but it's just a wrist peg on a swivel. You get an ab crunch that doesn't move a whole lot. This does look like kind of a reuse of the old Kate Bishop body mold. Ball joints at the hips, upper thigh cuts, double jointed knees with this cool bone knee pad accessory that looks pretty good stuck on there. You get ankle rocker pivots. That's about it. You don't have any other movement anywhere else, and that's okay. I think that's quite satisfactory for a figure of this scale and price point. I'm going to pop these back in her hands because now that I'm done, they won't fall around. So yeah, am I liking where the direction Marvel has taken some of these figures and how they're built, the way they feel? They feel very good. The finish on them has kind of a matte feel to it, and that makes it just feel like a more expensive figure. I like it very much. In my opinion, it still was pretty expensive, which of course, you know, that's just how they are these days. They're expensive, and I'm not into that, but I am into the character, and I am glad to see that they finally made a Marrow figure. She looks great. I would recommend this one if you're a Marrow fan. If there's some reason why she's hot now, you could let me know in the comments, because I'm not going to go back and read it. She was ugly when I left, and that was all I remember. So that's my take on that figure. I'm going to probably go throw these in a bin with other bath parts until I finally sell them all, because I don't do Build-A-Figures anymore, really. But that's Marrow. It's been a long time coming. I think it's been 20 years or so since this character came out in an issue of Cable. And yeah, we finally get her figure, and it's not bad. So anyway, that's my story. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I will catch you guys later. Bye, part-timers.